Hey, how you doing there? Henry Olson here from Super Simple Guitar, and welcome to another guitar lesson. So today I'm going to be talking about the most popular note in the blues, and that is the blue note, also known as the flat 5 note. So this is a note that's going to take your pentatonic playing to the next level. But a question that I get a lot about it is kind of how do I implement it properly, and how do I get it to sound cool so it doesn't sound like I'm playing the wrong notes, because the blue note can be kind of a little bit tricky sometimes if you don't know how to use it right. So in this lesson, I'm going to be showing you 3 different ways of implementing the blue note, and it's really going to help you understand how to get it into your playing and how to make your playing sound really smooth while using that note. We're going to be talking about bending into it, sliding into it, and using it with kind of like hammer-ons and pull-offs as a passing note. And I'm going to be showing you 3 different places where you can play it inside of this one beginner, pentatonic box that we all know and love. For my All Access members, what I played there in the intro is going to be tabbed out, so it'll be easier for you to follow along with what I'm kind of talking about here. Because in here, in the intro, I used those 3 techniques. I get asked that a lot. Can I have the tab for what you played? So that's from All Access members. If you're not yet an All Access member, then check it out. There's a 7-day free trial. You get all of the courses that I've ever made in one place, plus all the extra tabs to my weekly lessons that I'm putting out, right? If you already are All Access member, thank you very much. I love you. You're awesome. You really help me keep the lights on in here. And without you, I'd, be living with my mom. That was a joke. Anyways, so let's get into the close-up now. Let me show you how to play the blue note and how to implement it in your playing. All right, let's get into it. See you there. Alrighty, so welcome to the close-up. So we're in A minor here. So let me first of all, in case you're not sure about the pentatonic scale, let me kind of show it to you, and then I'm going to show you how to break out. So in A minor, it's 5-8, 5-7, 5-7, 5-7, 5-8, 5-8, right? And now the blue note you're going to find in 3 different places that you can kind of implement it in this box, right? So the first place is right here if I start from the bottom. So as I go up, the blue note is right behind here, right? So that's the first place. The second place here, right? The second place is here. So walking up the pentatonic, it's 1 fret higher up, right? So right? And then if you keep going up, it's here, okay? So really, really slowly. Okay, so those are the 3 places you can implement it. For this lesson, I'm kind of going to be focusing here on this one, which is on the 3rd fret, 3rd string 7th fret, because that's kind of the most practical place to do all of these things with it: bending, hammering, sliding. So let's listen to the blue note first with the blues. And if you listen carefully, I'm only going to play the blue note now. It sounds like it's wrong, right? So listen quickly. All right, so right? If I land on it, if I just land on that blue note, it sounds like I'm playing the wrong note. It sounds like, what's this guy doing? He needs to tune his guitar, right? So that's why we need to understand a couple little tricks of how to implement it into our blues to make it sound cool, right? So the first way is, of course, very simple, and I think it's the most common way, and that's just bending, right? So you go to the 3rd string 7th fret, right? Or the 3rd string when you're playing the blues, the pentatonic scale. And just a light little bend. Play around with that, right? So let's listen. Right? So just that light little bend is going to already make it sound like it's not wrong. If you overbend a little bit, you're still going to get to a note that's in the pentatonic, right? That's that note right there. And if you just kind of slightly bend into it, it's going to give you that really, really bluesy sound, right? So there's nothing you can really do wrong. So that's kind of the first way, just slight little bend, right? And also the backing track that I'm playing to is inside the All Access membership as well. So you guys who are All Access members are going to get this backing track. I always have to give my members some extra goodies. Okay, so that bend, you can find it on YouTube, I'm sure, if you just type in A blues. But anyways, extras for my members. Okay, my friends, so that's the first way, little bend. The second way is to do like a little slide in, you know, like a little. So I slid in there quickly, and then I slid back. So let's listen to that. It's just a quick little slide in and then slide out. You could also keep sliding to the next note. Right, so play around with sliding into that. You know, you could either, like I said, overslide to the next note or do a quick little. Right? Then the next little thing that I really like to do is just use it as a passing note, right? So let's look at the passing note, then we're going to look at the hammer-on. So actually the hammer-on would kind of, the same principle would apply as the slide does. So instead of doing that slide, you could just do a little hammer. See that? I did a little hammer-on. I did a hammer-on, pull-off, and then another pull-off. See that? See that? So instead of sliding in, I did a hammer-on, right? So the last little trick that I want to give you is just this passing note way of playing it, right? So I'm kind of going, now starting on this note, walking back. So that's just a nice chromatic walk back, and then a hammer-on, pull-off. See that? Let's listen. See that little bend? Let me show you another little trick you can do here. So let's slide into it now. Remember, that's the one that I showed you before, right? So, as I said, slide. Play around with sliding. You could slide into it. You could slide out of it. Let me give you an example of that. It's a little bit more risky. It sounds a little bit more kind of fluid if you slide into it, into this note rather than out of it. But, you know, you could make it work. Again, that little passing note thing, you could also do back here, right? Since you know that this note is here, the blue note, you also know that this note's behind it, right? Same three notes. So let's listen to that. Same here. See that? Okay, so those are kind of the places you're going to find them and some cool and interesting things you can do with them. The blue note isn't really a note that you normally typically land on, as I kind of demonstrated before. It's kind of this cool little passing note that you play around with and it adds flavor. So I hope that showing you a couple of these little tricks that I've really experimented a lot with over the years, help you get some ideas of how to implement the blue note into your playing. Again, what I played in the intro is going to be tabbed out so that you guys can, really get a good feeling for, just some different ways that you could solo, using my playing, and then implement that into your playing. All right, guys, if you enjoyed this lesson, and girls, give me a thumbs up. That really helps me out. Subscribe if you haven't yet subscribed. Check out the All Access membership. Also, I have a free beginner blues course. There's a link for that above or below me. I teach you all kinds of different blues chord progressions in there. If you're All Access member, don't worry, you already have that inside of the membership. All right, have a great day, everybody. Thanks for watching. Have fun with this, and I'll see you very soon with another lesson. All right, take it easy. Have a great day. Bye-bye.